Hello. All right, I'm recording on. Look at this. This is doubly offensive because I've got I've got my, my flight instructor mic right here.
Yeah, like you're giving commands.
And then I've got my, I've got my big strap on.
The chode mic.
Da 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 yeah da 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 da. Woo! It's the Bells and Whistles podcast. It's on Zoom today. We couldn't get together.
Well, we'll use that as the cold open. Welcome back to the Bells and Whistles podcast. We're trying to look into camera to add richness to the program. I'm Ryan Quigley, here with Ephraim Bernie as always. Thanks so much for listening, gang.
Except not really here with Ephraim Bernie, as you can tell.
No, we're far away. We're far away for a reason we'll get into. We would like to welcome everyone back. I am healthy.
Come on back.
I'm perfectly healthy.
You just ripped the Band-Aid off there, huh?
I have to tell people that you were diagnosed with the novel coronavirus. You got COVID, and I should have got it too, but I didn't.
You didn't? Not at all. Not at all.
Not even. I didn't come close to it.
Here's the thing, just to get this out of, just to clarify everybody's worries, because they know I'm a sick in the head and even worse in the body.
But can I pay you a compliment quickly? You look positively strapping. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much.
With this little piece of hair, my goodness.
Here we are. I finally figured out how to do my hair. If you guys couldn't tell, I've been getting a lot of compliments from the podcast.
I'm telling you, you look tremendous. I look like garbage. But we'll go into why I look like garbage. I was shooting till 2 a.m. and I'm just tired, and we're doing a little bullshit podcast for you. But I want to talk about your health.
No, we'll talk about all of it. Just to get out of the way, by the time everybody sees this, this is going to be coming out on, I think, my first day of freedom, so nobody has to worry when they see me. I will have quarantined the whole way through. I kept it a secret because I was embarrassed. But also,
it's a sign of weakness.
It's totally a sign of, in my head, of course. But also, I literally have not seen a soul since the event where we all got it.
Yeah.
And only half that time did I know that I had coronavirus.
Well, how are you feeling? Talk about how the experience was for you.
The experience was, I did have symptoms. I know a lot of people are just like, yeah, whatever, doesn't affect me. No, I was coughing, I had a headache. And this is my first kind of stepping my toe into it, because I've gone this entire time without getting it.
You never got it? I haven't gotten it either. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Knock wood over here.
It doesn't like me.
But one fun thing that I had that I thought would be just fun for the podcast is because at maybe day 2, I was like, maybe I should hit up my doctor about this just in case, because I'm I don't know, I'm supposedly I'm high risk.
You're
right?
Immunocompromised.
Yeah. So I realized nowadays you can't call a doctor, right? You can't.
What, you get sent to a machine?
Yeah, you either you call the hospital, or you go on my chart. I don't know. You never go to the doctor, so
I have bad white coat syndrome. I face sickness.
Sure.
Like a fucking idiot.
Like a man.
Yeah.
So I hit up my pulmonologist, my asthma guy, over my chart, which is the app that you it's the Tinder app for doctors. And I hit him up on there.
Swipe right. Yeah.
I hit him up on there, and I was like, hey, I don't know if I should be doing anything, just let me know. 2 days later, I get a call from an unknown number. And he's like, hey, hey, Ephraim, it's your doctor. Just wanted to check in. You're still you're okay, right? You're doing all right? And I was like, yeah, thank God. But if I had needed you, what would have happened? And he's like,
too little, too late, bud.
Yeah. He said, yeah. So, just call me tomorrow. if something changes, but you sound fine. And this is the best part. He said, I was like, okay, so can I call this number? And he says, oh, no, do not call this number.
Oh God, no, this you don't want to call this one.
He's like, no. He says, just hit me back up on the app if you need me. If it's like, if it gets really bad,
it's gonna be another couple days.
I know.
I'm gonna be dead, and I'm gonna really need you then if I'm trying to contact you.
Yeah. So I said, well, what if like I really need you? And he was like, okay, yeah, no, I gotcha. If you need me, if it's like an emergency, I would say call 911. Yeah, I would.
So he's funny at least.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Good
He
for
was
him.
like, yeah, call.
You really ought to call 911.
Yeah, but he started it out like it was gonna be like an actual cell phone number, and then he was like, "Yeah, one actually. You don't want to. Yeah, just call the authorities." So thank God, thank you, doctor. For keeping
Well,
me
I'm glad you made it out the other side. You know,
You
It
know.
would have been. The podcast. I'll come out and tell you if you ever die. This all stops. Like I'm not shouldering the brunt of it. I take this as a sign of relief, and I disappear into the
move
ether, which is what I'm sure a lot of people are rooting for, right?
Sure,
For-
certainly
for
seems as though, yeah,
our demise.
yeah.
But yeah, no,
don't
and
know.
then no, I got.
Well, that's very sweet of you. I would do the same thing. I would
Yeah.
do the same. I don't have anybody else that I want to start podcasts with.
There's no reason to get sentimental. Is there? It's for me. It's purely
I'm sorry,
logistic.
it's a symptom of COVID.
You want to talk about how you've been depressed?
Oh, I've been so depressed.
It's been. I'm shocked that you. Is it that you haven't been able to see people? That's been a difficult time for you.
Yeah, I think I have realized how dependent I am on like social settings. I think, but also like you sit someone down for like a day.
Yeah.
Especially, it was the worst time because I got sick like right after we put out 3 Ways to Survive. So I had nothing to edit. I had all this time to like work on something, and I had nothing to edit. So I was like sitting around. I was like, nobody's gonna watch this. Why would anybody watch this? I wouldn't watch this. You just get into, you become.
It's so difficult.
You
It's so
become like
difficult.
paranoid, and I don't know. It was very. I started applying to jobs on Indeed.
What were you applying to?
I applied to be a radio host.
Was it in New York? I've seen those. Was it in New York or like Nebraska?
It was in. I wish it was in Nebraska. No, it's in Bushwick.
Sure. What kind of show?
I don't know. They said the tone of the show is dirty and raunchy.
Dirty and raunchy.
Dirty and raunchy. Then in the application process, they said name 3 of your favorite radio bits. And I didn't know how to tell them that I have never once listened to anything that is remotely funny on the radio.
I like the theme song to the Bells and Whistles podcast.
I started like referencing podcast bits. Or I said, this was me being ballsy.
Yeah.
I was like, I really liked when they started playing Despacito everywhere.
That's a good joke.
I thought so.
That's a good joke.
Who knows? If you're listening, I don't know what the name of the place is, but I referenced this as my experience as a radio host.
Yeah, you're hosting, baby.
So I said, if they're watching right now, just know. I take it all back. I didn't mean it. I'm not lying on my thing. It's terrible. I have no qualifications to do literally any job.
Well, but it doesn't. Nobody does. Nobody on planet Earth has any qualifications. It's all just a lie. I lie at my job, but there's no reason that like a monkey can't do the work I do at my 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's all right place, right time, and the same goes for the business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's all fucking fake. It's all fucking fake, and we're all so tired. You know. Yeah. I'm really tired.
Yeah, no,
like not just now, but just like in general. It's been like I kept saying to myself this morning, like, oh, what a long fucking week.
Yeah.
But like, it's literally like it was Tuesday morning. Like it's like who do I think I am?
Well, you have an excuse. You've been staying up late filming stuff.
Well, only yesterday, eh?
Yeah.
Only yesterday. I had to do something the day before, but I'm working on a project with our old buddies at Black Wolves.
Black Wolves.
Yeah, it's a web series, a mini series. You'll probably see little pictures of me.
It's very cool.
Trickle out. It's cool. It's gonna be a while before anybody sees it.
Yeah, well, yeah, like they're gonna do their due diligence to make it good, unlike what we do over here.
No, we just take a shit on a plate and then serve it.
Logan, if you're listening, I was also supposed to help out. I was supposed to be the script supervisor, and I really, as it turns out, I really would have been helpful because I wouldn't have been sitting around here feeling depressed.
Also, I wasn't off book. Also, we needed someone on book. It was people hated me. I was a nightmare to work with. We really needed somebody on book.
Oh, I'm sorry. I offered. I said, Logan, if you need me to FaceTime in, I will.
No, I would have hated that. No, but it's good. It's fun. It's fun. It's good to everybody. If people who have been following us from the very beginning know that I sort of took a step away from acting for a while, and it's good to be back in the game a little bit. You never know.
Does it really feel good? I don't think so.
No, I'll push back. It feels good it feels good to do some work. It feels good to I miss it. And I know you and I were a couple of miserables. But no, it really it's nice. It's just nice to like even get the rep in. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
It had been a while since I had done anything with like anything close to stakes. Even the bullshit that you and I do, it's just like we're really just being our heightened versions of ourselves, which is not to cheapen it, but it had been a while since I had done anything close to character work.
Yeah.
So it was cool, but it was fucking exhausting. They didn't get out of here until about 2 a.m.
It feels crazy. It feels crazy when you're like doing work that you have to like actually think about what the character is and everything. Like I know you guys, I'm sure from what you've told me, like Logan and Susanna, right?
Yeah, Susanna Scorsha. Scorsha. She's certainly not watching.
Sure. Well, I'm sure nobody's watched. Certainly not this one. But I'm sure they over there, they take like really good care. They sit down, they work on the script, and they like give you a real meaty character.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's a fun challenge. It's a welcome challenge. Like doing what we do every week with just trying to get just keep the grind of it all.
Yeah,
that's sort of like a physical challenge almost.
Sure,
where like you just got to have the conditioning to keep at it. And this is like, no, okay, this is what we're shooting right now. You have to get it up and do this right now, and you have to be good.
Yeah.
So it's a welcome challenge. It keeps me mentally stimulated.
It keeps me physically stimulated.
But no,
that sounds good. That sounds good. In most cases with me, this is why I don't book any roles either. Is because I just like I'll see a part or an audition, and I'm like, okay, I know what this is supposed to be. I'm certainly not going to read the script.
No reason to do that.
No reason to do that. This is hilarious. Hi, we're doing our podcast right now.
Is Connie's vacuuming?
Mom is vacuuming in the background here.
Connie, I spoke to you 2 seconds ago. You know we were doing the podcast.
Technical difficulties. Da 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 da. This is the best episode ever. No one can argue with me on this one because I am a recording.
We're at about 15 minutes. I think.
Do you want to keep pushing? How sad do you want this podcast to get?
I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? This is incredible. I'll say the quiet part out loud. What we're doing right now is incredibly disrespectful to our listening audience. We're not providing anybody any value. This is purely self-medicating, self-validating, self-ish.
Sure.
We're just doing this to say that we did a podcast, so when we look back,
we made a promise every Wednesday, and that's what we're doing. Yeah,
we're giving it a good old whirl. Yeah. And we're providing some updates. Do we have any other updates for the people?
No. We're doing the only thing we haven't talked about is where like the good times are killing us, like we did.
Oh, the good times are killing us.
We posted that, and then we never explained it.
I think people were confused by it, but I think it's we're working on a little animated project called the Good Times Are Killing Me, and
that's what it is. Guys, Grant Chase, I totally just butchered your show name.
Well, what did you call it?
I said the good times are killing us.
I think it's the good kind. I think it's the good times are killing, or it could. Is it us? Hold on, we should get it correct. Look how terrible.
Grant, we're gonna have to edit all this out.
It's
so
okay.
You don't feel offended.
Here,
when you don't know your.
I'm gonna click on it. So on Instagram, they are Good Times Show. The Good Times Are Killing Me. I had it right. Yeah, the Good Times
you
Are
were
Killing
right.
Me.
I knew you were doing it right.
And we play Chet and Brett, which is a couple of musclehead lackeys who are evidently from the Bronx in the 80s. And
that's certainly the choice that we made, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're like a Brooklyn Patrick Star, and I've chosen to be Meowth from Team Rocket in Pokemon. And we had a lot of fun, and they're doing this like really super interesting thing where they throw you in a little morph suit.
Yeah, motion capture.
Motion capture, right? And it's cool. You're a little skeleton, and they're going to match things up. So hopefully we see some of that stuff soon. We're making moves. Work begets work. Don't you hate? Don't you hate when people say that shit? Work begets work.
This is if you want to really get down to the depression that I'm in, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a real, like each level of anything really, but each level is a big circle jerk of momentum. But it's never upward. No. It's all just like, oh, you get to, you work. Oh, I saw you working with this guy. Come over here and work with me. Oh, will you pay me? Well, no, but I saw you did that guy's thing for free.
It's so true, man.
So come over here and do my thing for free. Yeah. And then you go over there and you're like, oh, well, maybe this one. You're always like, this is the biggest lie that everybody tells you is that you're always thinking that Spielberg's going to be in the audience. That somebody fancy that's going to give you a job is going to be in the audience,
and you're going to say that kid, everybody else is bad, but something about that guy.
That kid,
he's got moxie.
And you have to think anybody that is like showing up at one of these things is either doesn't know better or in a terrible mood,
or is somebody's cousin who is an electrician. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's. And they're trying to support, which is sweet. We appreciate the support, but again, I feel like I say it all the time these days. To what end? What end?
Exactly.
What is the end? And that's part of the reason why it's exhausting. But you gotta kind of just talk yourself into it, I suppose, don't you? You just gotta keep at it. What the hell else are you gonna do? Just give up?
Sure. Exactly, and we're certainly not giving up yet. Though the thing that I wanted to kind of start writing and working on. Is certainly going to be about me considering giving up. That's what I was talking to you about.
Yeah, no, but do you want to? We don't want to tease that quite yet. But we're gonna venture into more produced stuff eventually.
We're hoping. I don't like. We can tease it all we want. I literally have no idea what it's gonna be besides just a couple of scenes.
No, how about this? Because we're not. It's not just going to be podcasts and ranky pankies and 3 Ways to Survive. We're eventually moving towards doing other things. More produced things.
Something along the. I don't know if anybody out there is watching has heard of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, it's true.
Think something along those lines.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we should say out loud? We should Neil. First of all, shout out to Neil Cara, who has been our saving grace. I think we long would have given up had it not be for
Absolutely.
if it weren't
no,
for
Neil.
Neil.
You are just
He's
like the nicest guy.
Like at the very baseline, he could have been just like a simple, just sort of like pressure release valve, where he kind of just did clips and just clean in and outs and you know, for us to post.
Yeah.
And that would have been amazing. But he's been so much more.
So
he's
much
been
more.
supporting us. He's been putting some extra, you know, elbow grease into the clips to make them a little more interesting.
Yeah, everything
He's a
that you
funny
guys,
guy
just to
himself.
clarify, everything that you guys have seen the last
all the clips, all the
3
clips.
weeks, practically every single clip came from Neil.
And it's just like it's because Ephraim and I are just so tired and depressed that we do the fucking thing, and we're like, Neil, please just salvage some clips from this 20-minute hunk of garbage that we just throw at you, and he does it, and it's fucking it's so nice. So Neil, this is an homage to Neil. That's first and foremost. But also Neil, clip this. If you are subscribed to Bellhop Productions, that is great. This is an earnest thank you to you. Mm-hmm. We have to say out loud, if you truly want to support us, you not only need to be subscribed to Bellhop Productions, you need to go to 3 Ways to Survive, which is its own YouTube channel, and subscribe there.
Yeah.
Like right now, Bellhop, we're at like 185 subs, right?
Yeah.
3 Ways to Survive, we're at like 37.
Yeah.
So just saying it very clearly and plainly, you know, if there's only 37 people who like it, that's fine. But it would be very nice. Please, if you could go subscribe to the other channel, it would help us out a lot.
Yeah, that would mean a lot.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we never really quite said that, but that's, you know.
Well, I think a lot of people, it's strange because you think, oh, of course they're gonna think they're like gonna go on our channel and click the link in the bio and see that, but I think a lot of them go to just go from the links in our stories, and they don't even realize that it's different channel.
No, it'd be really nice if we could get a couple more subs on that channel at least. And also just vice versa. You know, if you're following on Instagram but you're not subscribed on YouTube, or you're subscribed to YouTube but you're not following on Instagram, just, you know, if you have a second and you're feeling particularly charitable or gracious, just kind of even it out, just so we can kind of pad the numbers a little bit, just so we can at least talk ourselves into we're facing some kind of growth.
We're gonna cook the books.
Money laundering. But I don't know. Do you have anything else to say, or is that more or less it?
I think that's probably it. 3 Ways to Survive is like the most fun thing that I do on this. So it would mean a lot to anybody out there who likes me would go and do that. But But also, you don't have to like me, because Lord knows I haven't.
No, we have to preach self-love on this channel.
We do have to preach self-love on this channel.
Yeah, that's part of our angle. People keep asking, because people are like, "You guys have a podcast, right?" And you're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "What's the
gimmick?
What's the thing? What's the thing?" And we're like,
and we've been saying self-love.
Okay, well, how about one more PSA? If there's anybody that you want to see on the podcast, anybody you're curious about,
exactly.
Send them our way. Any we're sort of leaning towards being like interviewing comedians. So if you yourself are a comedian and you want on, you think you could have a good time.
Yeah.
You want some social media clips of you doing some podcast bits that you think would be funny? Come on. You know, you just got to share it.
Come on.
To include the link. You know.
And also, here's a little challenge in the comments section. Is there someone you'd like to see back? You know, we've now done 10 episodes. I think we've had maybe
who is the best? Who is the worst?
2 different guests. Who is the best? Who is the worst?
Who's your least favorite?
Yeah,
is it
exactly.
Me? Who's your least favorite, and why is it me?
And why? Which episode did you hate the most, and why is it this one?
But anyway, yeah. If you're just listening, also whether it be Apple or Spotify, press all any and all buttons available to you. A like, a rate. A rate would be nice. We have like five-star ratings, which is generous and sweet. But even if you think it's 4 stars, give us a 4-star rating. There's a challenge to you.
Give us something that to write home about.
Yeah, exactly. But as always, guys, thanks so much for listening.
Thank you.
It's always very sweet. We admittedly know this is like a bullshit one, but we're tired and Ephraim has COVID. But we'll be back. We'll be back next week. We'll probably find we'll probably scrap together a guest. I reckon
some sap.
Now that we'll be healthy. But I got nothing else to say. All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.
All right. See ya. Well, no. I think actually that's straight white guilt. That's not the way this one ends. Please like and subscribe.